Well, if you're looking to turn your yard into something more than a weekend chore, inspiration awaits. The destination Yardens of Riverside and Avondale are open for inspection and advice. And here to tell us about it is Shannon Blankinship. She's the executive director of Riverside Avondale Preservation. Good morning, Shannon.
Hi, Anne.
We're also welcoming Alex Rudnick, Yarden Tour Park Manager. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning.
So this is the fifth year now of the Yarden Tour. This is sort of a mashup of yards and gardens, right? But it's not just lawns and landscaping. I mean, there really is kind of an opportunity for people to go get inspired and, you know, learn a little bit about how they can implement some of the stuff that they see and like.
100%. So Riverside and Avondale has so many unique backyards, front yards, side yards. And so gaining inspiration from your neighbors in terms of, what would fit here? What kind of maybe arbor, what kind of fountain, what kind of vegetable garden, is going to be a good blend in my backyard. I think being able to tour the neighborhood no matter where you live, you're gaining inspiration from those homeowners to take it back home and grow your own fruits, vegetables, trees, bushes, flowers, whatever.
Alex, how do you keep it from being just kind of like that Instagram envy? Like, oh, they've got these great yards and this beautiful vegetable garden, and my yard is just kind of like a dispiriting mess.
I mean, I think you do what you can. You take what you can from what you see in the different yards and you can implement it piece by piece. We've got some master gardeners and a lot of great advice there too that you can learn from.
So that is a cool thing. I mean, you go to these yards, there actually are people on site that you can ask specific questions to.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, and so, how do you find those people? Are they affiliated with those particular yardens that they're in? And are they focused on different kinds of things like, whether it's, an edible garden versus a, more manicured landscape?
Sure. So we try really hard to have a great diversity of garden styles on the tour. So you're going to see some folks that love flowers. We have one particular home this year. We call it Avondalia Manor,
Mhm.
but we'll have over 300 dahlias in bloom at the time. And so
Oh,
she's
wow.
taken her property and just, invested her heart and soul into flowers. And so you can sort of learn from the homeowner there what they've done. Another home is going to have a lot of raised beds vegetable gardening that you'll be able to see. Some of the other homes, I think, have really cute little manicured sections where you can see nice seating areas and bushes and shrubs. And a master gardener is going to be on site at every location with plant tags at every location. So you can identify plants, learn more about their benefits, and then ask questions about growing them at home.
Oh, cool. And so how do you select the people who are on display?
So first of all, anyone can nominate a neighbor, that's doing something really great. But really, we have a garden tour committee that is constantly roving the neighborhood, especially right now in spring, where everything is blossoming and beautiful. And then we'll put forth a prospect list so that way we can reach out and make sure we get that diversity of vegetable gardening, native plants, and other styles, so
Because you
that
like it to be a mix like that.
yeah, so the tour will be dynamic for everyone that joins.
So in addition to being, just kind of a cool thing to wander around and to do and to learn from, it's also a fundraiser, right? This is about kind of helping the Riverside Avondale Parks community.
Yeah, that's correct. So, Riverside Avondale Preservation Board decided last year that all the proceeds from the Yarden Tour will be used in the parks in the neighborhood. So, there's actually a park on the tour this year, John Murray Forbes Park, and that has been really restored. We want everybody to see it. It was used as a construction staging area for many years, and now it's a beautiful riverfront park.
This kind of runs like a linear park sort of in front of St. Vincent's.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
So Riverside Avondale, the Parks Department, and St. Vincent's really worked to build it up so you can come by.
And so what is the goal with that park or what has been done to kind of make that a better experience
Um,
than like a construction staging area?
well, it didn't take much, but no, we did a lot. We added pathways. There are benches there now, and there's this really beautiful large planter that's really eye catching, along with the name of the park in large letters. And some of the funding from the Yarden Tour went to make that happen.
And there is also some focus on Riverside Park. Is that true?
So some of the funding from the proceeds last year also went to enhancing the entrance of Riverside Park, as well as a few other pocket parks in the neighborhood. So yeah, the proceeds of this event we're trying to spread throughout the neighborhood to really enhance the parks that a lot of people from all over Jacksonville frequent often.
Gotcha. So this is kind of the day before Mother's Day, May 10th, and it starts at 10. What do people how do they get there first of all, and how do they get about the tour? Is this sort of like a walking biking?
Sure. So, tickets are $20. I think it's a great way to spend the day with your mom. You can bike it, you can walk it. The properties are going to be spread throughout the neighborhood. It's a great time to take in brunch or coffee or other, great food in the neighborhood while you're there because you have all day 10 to 4 to explore 7 different homes, one commercial space, and one park that have all been, will be totally focused on yards and gardens for that day.
All right. Well, we've got a link to the event on our website with this story, but I hope it's a great event. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Anne.
All
Yeah.
right. Shannon Blankinship and Alex Rudnick, appreciate you being here.